Hey everybody, this is Benny, and we are back with our new character playthrough. I'm an experienced player, so it's an experienced player, new character playthrough. Um, and I am not using station gear, and I am not buying any station gear until I've actually earned the credits in-game here. So where we're at right now is we have just hit level 10. I have not spent the talent points or any of the blueprint points for level 10 yet. I actually had some blueprint points saved up from previous levels. So we're going to get into this by spending those points and seeing how that helps us really catapult forward in the game once you've hit level 10. So let's get into spending those points, and I'll show you what level 10 does for you. So let's get up here where I think I'm relatively safe from being attacked. Okay, so we've got points in tech tree and we've got talent points. Let's just get those talent points out of the way. Like I'm always saying, this is really heavily dependent on your very own playstyle. So you do you here. But what I am going to do is, I think I'm going to work on combat still, at least until I've got enough of this where I'm fairly confident in my abilities with the bow. Okay, and now I should show you something here. I'm gonna get this point here, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna put me up to the next level. So right now I am, what do they call it? Novice. Yeah, I don't have anything here, so I'm gonna go up to the apprentice level. Boom, and there we go. So now I'm ranked apprentice, and the next rank is gonna be the I don't remember. And then the last rank is master. As you gain ranks, it allows you to it unlocks these skills. So I would not have been able to take this until after I had gained this. So now that I've gained that, I can take these, take some levels in increased accuracy. I'm actually going to do that, and that'll take care of that. So that's going to make me more accurate. I increased arrow speed, so it gets there quicker, and reload speed. And so you can just, that's what I'm working on at the moment. But, whatever you find the most useful for you, go ahead and do. We've got a solo point to spend, and max stamina, movement speed. We've got some stuff down here we can spend on. Okay, so I'm just going with movement speed. I kind of looked through them, and that's kind of what I found was going to work the best. Now on to the fun stuff. Onto the tech tree. We are now into tier 2. Now the first thing you need to do is take that crafting bench. I would always recommend we get an anvil bench. We're going to need this. Well, we've got 10. We've got 10 points remaining here, so we can do all of these. But anvil is going to allow us to make like nails and tools and stuff like that. Your tools are made there. So we're going to take the anvil bench. We need the stone furnace in order to be able to smelt ores that we mine. We need the contact device for missions. That's really what we were aiming for. And the orbital exchange interface, which is going to allow us to send exotics up to the station and then buy things once we do that. Now, there's some other things you can do here that are kind of, variable things you can do. Wood burner, I've never done this, but this didn't exist the first time I went through this game. So, by the time this was introduced, I was already, tier 4 and didn't go. I think I took it with my other character, but I haven't built one yet. So you gain a crafting speed bonus and a coziness bonus while this is going. Keeps you warm in cold environments, and you can do some basic cooking on it. So I think this might be the way to go over a fireplace when you're first getting started, but the fireplace is built out of stone and wood, and the wood burner requires a crafting bench, requires steel and copper. I mean, there's a lot more involved in it, so it's harder to build. I think we're going to go with both of them for now. So I got 4 points remaining, and with that, we definitely want to get going on these 4 things here. Oxide dissolver, oxygen bladder. Actually, I'm going to skip the rain reservoir and go straight to water skin. I don't think the rainwater reservoir does filtered water. I think it just collects rainwater. We're right on the water, right on the edge of the water here, and that's normally where I build. So I'm not going to do I'm not going to double down on that right now. There's a lot of things you could do from here as far as, you know, expanding your abilities here. I think tools are a good way to go. Cooking station, I'm not going to worry about yet. Pretty soon, but not yet. Skinning bench, I don't worry about that because well, even once I've got it, I hardly ever use it. Although it is useful early on if you really want to go through the process of carrying something back and throwing it on the skinning bench. Composter and crop plot, man, getting some farming going can really increase that food that you're getting into. But I'm not going to do that yet. Mortar and pestle. You need this in order to make steel, actually. So I can't even do like this wood burner here. Actually, I didn't even think about that. I can't make steel until I have the mortar and pestle. Use that to make the steel bloom that you use for right here. That's used for making steel, and you can't even get that until level 20. So it was definitely a mistake for me to take that wood boiler, the wood burner, unless I happen to get a mission that provides me with some steel, which is always possible, or it could provide me with steel tools that I could break down. One of those kinds of things. We got fishing bench, which could get you the better quality fish, the fish fillets that you can use. Beehives. It's just things take off from here, and every point you spend at this point is spent on just really cool stuff and really expanding on your base and that. Obviously, a lot of these require a higher level. So you've got the masonry bench at 15. That's going to get you to stone walls and everything, and that'll help you survive those storms a lot better. So all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, I think we're going to start working on our iron tools. We're going to start off with the iron pickaxe. Just going to do it and be done with it, right? All right, now let's start getting some of this stuff put together and see how things start to change. Oh, time we got here. It is definitely past time to go take a nap. So let's get that done first. There we are. I don't remember if I did this on camera or not, but I put some railings up and a bridge leading out to the water so I wouldn't have to get wet when I went out there to get a drink. There we go. Okay, so let's get into the technology that we just started to make. And the first thing we want to do is craft the workbench, which is going to take stone and fiber are the two things that I need to add to what I've already got. Oh, I hate this window right here. I'm just going to leave it closed. So we're just going to come in here and start grabbing some fiber. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Now we just need some stone. What do I need here? Oh, one more. Can't wait till I get stone faster, which won't be too much longer, hopefully. All right, I'm going to get workbench going on. Crafting bench. And head over to the house while we're doing that. And then just find a place to stick it. And then we'll put it right out in the corner here. Okay, now stepping forward here. I'm just going to turn the lights on. I know it's a waste. I can see what I'm doing, but I'm going to turn the lights on. All right, some things we want right away. Water skin. Oxygen bladder. Quality of life improvements here, my friends. Oxide dissolver. And we're just going to take this stuff here and drop that in here. Down here. So we can put this down on the hot bar. And the oxygen bladder is going to go. I'm actually going to save this. I know I got more downstairs. I'm just going to leave it in there for the moment. Let's go ahead and eat some jerky. I'm getting hungry. And then we're going to go and I got to remember to take these out when I do this. We're going to set this up right here. And what we do is we take our oxygen bladder and we just put it in a slot here. And then we're going to get go grab some oxide. We're going to put that here. And you have to put sulfur down here. And that's part of the chemical reaction that's going to create oxygen to fill up that bladder. There we go. Grab a bunch of that. All right, come in here. Put that there, that there. We take this. I'm going to drop that in there right away. And then this machine's going to fill that up. Now you can create extras, which I'm going to do because I've got enough materials for it. Okay. And you can put your extra in there too. And what it'll do is it'll keep, you can have this one in here. And obviously, you can have 4 of them in here. And they'll be full, and they'll be waiting for you when you come back. So you can just swap in your empty one, grab your full one. And when you're playing with a group, it's really cool because you can have, on the later versions of this, you can have even more tanks stored in there. And people just come over to the rack, grab a tank off of there, put in their old tank. Yeah, it's a pretty cool system. Okay, now what else are we going to need? Well, just about everything else we're going to need, except for this furnace, which is just going to be stone, is going to need metal, which means the time has arrived for us to finally go jumping into caves. I wouldn't recommend doing it before now, because you had no use for it then, right? Why would you go in there if you didn't have any use for it? I'm going to build a new pickaxe, but before I do that, or I'm not going to build a new pickaxe. I'm going to repair this pickaxe. Before I do that, I'm going to use it up. And I'm going to get a furnace going. I'm up to 60. It takes a long time to get 80 stone with a stone pickaxe. Alright, we broke it. Let's repair it. Okay, we've got our 80 stone. Grab a couple extras just so we have it, because we're going to need to repair our pickaxe a few times while we're in a cave. Alright, so we're going to come up here and there we go. Time to get the furnace going. Okay, and let's go ahead and put that down. These will not burn down your house. So you're all good. There we go. And I grabbed some coal from downstairs. All right, so that's all ready to go. It's all ready to start smelting ingots for us. Okay, now that we got all that set up, let's go fill up our water skin. You're just going to take your water skin, point at the water source, have to fill. Now, the nice thing about having this, having it set up the way I've got it set up right now is you don't accidentally drink the river water while you're trying to fill up. So you can just mouse over this. You can drink straight from this, like so, without having to worry about accidentally drinking out of the river. Okay, now we've got some water to go. We've got oxygen ready to go. Now I AFK'd for a minute there, so I've actually used up a little oxygen. I'm just going to go ahead and grab a fresh bottle. Now, once you get the oxygen container or the bottle that you get from the workshop on the station, these bladders are totally obsolete. Okay, now we're going to go and mine a cave. I'm sure there's more up in here, but I know about this cave right here, right up in that spot somewhere. Okay, now there's really 2 ways to find caves. One is to walk along these ridges. You look in the map here. So we've got a ridge. We've got ridges right here, along here, along here. You can walk around these, even the mountain edges here, and look for cave openings. Or you could just go to Icarus Intel. Just Google Icarus Intel map. And I'll put a link down in the description if I remember. If I don't put a link, go ahead and comment down below and remind me. And then I'll put the link in the description. But it's pretty easy to find. And that map will show you where the caves are. It'll show you where the deep ore mining veins appear. Man, it's freaking horses are everywhere today. And I hate these stupid things. All right, we're going to actually stealth. I'm not used to stealthing a horse because, you know, in my regular high-level game, I sneeze on horses and they die. But, yeah, obviously here they're much more of a problem. So, it's down this way a little bit. Yeah, you can use that to find all kinds of different resources on the planet. All right, so here's a cave, and all right, so this one's already opened. Sometimes if you come over here, this will be a smooth wall of stone, and you'll have to hack into it first. It's not this. You see, like this is not breakable stone, but this is. It'll be made out of this same material. It'll just be taking up the whole cave entrance. Now, let's just take care of some issues before we go in here. First of all, I'm going to repair my bow, and I'm going to make sure I've got enough arrows, and I do. I've got plenty of arrows. Because we're going to run into cave worms as soon as we go in here. I think this one has worms. Not all of them do, and some have more than others. So the bigger the cave, the more worms. These things can kill me at this level if I'm not careful. Basically, you're just going to need to dodge it when they attack you. They've got a ranged attack, and you need to hit them right in the mouth. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I wanted to explain it before I go in here. My torch has got probably enough time on it for us to take care of this. So as you're going in, you're going to look for the spots that the cave worms come out of. All right, so 2 shots in the mouth got him. Don't panic. If you panic, then you get poisoned. I can also see our first exotics back there. Now, they did make a change, and you are now allowed to harvest exotics with lower quality pickaxes. You used to have a good pickaxe in order to do it. It's not the case anymore. I don't know when it changed, just that it changed. All right, this is gold. I'm not going to need gold for a while, so I'm not going to mine gold. Iron we need. And to get started with getting the first equipment up and everything, we actually need quite a bit of iron to do the anvil to get that going. So you're basically going to carry as much iron as you can back, as well as the at least 1 node of copper. That should get you what you need. And it's easy to fill up on materials right now when you don't have the carrying capacity you're going to have later on, if you choose to go that route with your build. Watch out for bees nests in these places. The best way to defend against them is you got to use some kind of melee weapon. Your bow is not going to hurt the bees. I like to use the sickle because it's fast. I'll throw in the sickle and swat the bees with the sickle, and then you got to attack the nest so it stops spawning more of them. Now I got a lot of weight capacity left, so I should be able to hold quite a bit of this yet. Now I do have I have pneumonia. There we go. Or cave sickness, as they call it. So I've lost health regeneration. I've lost maximum stamina, and I'm at negative for experience. I think that's a little harsh, the experience, but hey, it is what it is. All right. I'm going to counteract it as best I can by eating. Get a little bit of each of these in there. So now I've got the 3 spots in my stomach are used up. That's about the only thing I can do. It lasts a long time, and it is... and I have my oxygen on. It's just harsh, but you got to deal with what you got. So I'm going to clear out some space here. I'm not going to keep these poison sacks or these worm scales, or even this cave worm vestige early on here. All I'm really doing is getting my arrows back. Now, I did not get the jump on him because I was not paying attention. So he's going to get a shot off at me, and I'm going to jump it. You can also hide behind obstacles if you can find something, or get around the side of the cave. They'll hit something else, but there's splash damage. So I found that the best way to get past a cave worm spitting at you is just to, jump over it. I think that's going to be the last one in here. Looks like it. I don't see any bees, so we're good at the moment. Now, I'm going to be able to send these exotics up as soon as I get the orbital exchange interface built. But until then, they're just going to be taking up space. The thing is, they regenerate after a while. And you want to take every opportunity you can to gather them up. So, I mean, this is why you're here. This is why you're on Icarus, right? This is the story. We've come here for the exotics. So go ahead and claim your first exotics if you came in here like I did, and this is what you found. If you got the cave sickness, you'll do it very slowly because you my little dinky stamina bar. Okay. Here's some copper. I'm just going to collect one of these copper nodes. Survive in caves for 10 hours. That's account-wide, so it'll probably take you a long time to get there. Unless you just like to hang out in caves. All right, there's 1 node of copper. Let's see how we're doing in here. So we ended up with 16 exotics. Not a whole lot out of one of those nodes. Let's get some more iron here. There's coal in here. It's pretty common in caves, so if you don't have any coal saved up by now, go ahead and grab some more. See, the node is still there. It's just underneath, so it's hard to get it all. There we go. Let's see how I'm doing here. So I've got copper, and I'm getting a bunch of iron. It takes, I believe it's 2 iron to a bar. So what I want to have is at least 80, which I've got now. But I'm going to want to build things after that, so get a little more coal so I can run that smelter. Oh, it's so slow. Cave sickness sucks. Especially when you already have low. It's early on, so you already have, you know, the low stamina. And now you've just gone ahead and shrank that stamina bar down to nothing. Oh, it's terrible. And I'm not even carrying any, like, stamina foods on me. What do I got here? Yeah, health regeneration. Oh, there's a max stamina on that one. So that one's helping a little bit. And there's a little bit of max stamina. But not much for stamina regeneration or anything. I guess I am about as encumbered as I need to be at the moment. So I'm going to go here, and just to make it easier to run, I always like to have a marker. It's nice once you actually can build beacons, and then you can put a beacon up on your house and always be able to head for home. All right, here we are home. Let's go get some ingots going here. Okay, so Control-Shift-Click is going to put all of that iron at once. I'm also going to put the coal, I added the coal to this coal, and we'll put the copper in there. And then we'll just kind of let that start to go on its own. And then I am going to store, maybe I'll use this, oh, I've already got stuff in there. I'll just go ahead and put this in with the other minerals here for now. And then hopefully it won't be too long. What we need is an orbital exchange interface to send that up. If you want to do this in a way that makes sense to what your guy up at the station is telling you to do, then you'd build a contact device first, and then follow it up with the orbital exchange interface. I usually build this first, but go ahead and do it however you want. He wants you to build this as part of the quest that's open right now. Once you do that, you can start doing. Then he'll have you build this. If you've already built it, it'll just, you know, give you the reward for it right away. And then of course the Anvil bench is going to be a big one to getting some tools going and speed things up for you. All right, so we're up to 12 ingots. If we wanted to get the orbital exchange going, we could stop now and put the copper in front. It's gonna do it based on, you know, whatever's in front. If we're looking to build, see, it's doing copper now. If we wanted to do the anvil first, then we'll just let it keep doing iron. And I think that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, it's 2 iron ore per bar, and we need 40 bars for the anvil. And then, of course, we keep needing iron for everything else. So while that's going, I think I am just going to go ahead and go get some more iron. Yeah, I don't know how he hit me from way back there. Did you see that? It's just goofy. So I'm injured now from that wolf. Come on. Well, I got a level anyway. Suffering from cave sickness and being attacked by wolves. Now, I won't heal as long as... Get that fixed. I won't heal as long as I've got that, that debuff. And this debuff will not go away just because you die. If you die and you come back, it's still there. These do not go away on their own. So you need to take care of these. with the bandage, which is why I'm glad we picked up the bandages. I was kind of waffling on whether I should spend money on first aid stuff. Glad I did. I mean, I just leveled, so I could have done it right now, I guess. But okay, so they shouldn't have respawned, the cave worms. They shouldn't have respawned yet, so that shouldn't be an issue. But I'm always going to have my bow on just in case. Let me get this torch going here. And we do have some 4 tech tree points available right now. And I think I am going to use those on getting these tools going. So axe, knife, sickle would be nice. The shovel will be nice once we start doing farming. And I think we're probably going to want to start on that fairly soon. But let's get that mortar and pestle going. Because these items here are going to start being, mostly these crushed bone and epoxy, are going to start being useful for things before long. All right, let's go in here. Turn our torch on just in case. Like I said, I'm not worried about gold right now. That's just going to sit here. Let's just get some iron going on. We'll get that iron pickaxe soon, and that will just make things so much easier on us here. Okay, so I didn't see that coming, but one of these guys respawned. It's interesting. Okay, so I forgot I had a talent point available. I don't know how I forget these things sometimes. I'm in here. I'm hacking at the caves here, so I think I'm going to come in here and spend some on tools right away. See if we can't. We got melee damage, mining radius. These are all great things to have. Wear rate. I think I'm going to pick this up. Obviously, I can't pick this up yet because I'm not ranked high enough for it. But I think if we pick up, between these, we pick up a couple more ranks in here as we go. We'll be able to get down here to that mining radius. And that's nice because you'll pick up more than just one iron at a time. All right, we got a lightning storm coming in, and I kind of want to be back for that just in case something gets set on fire. So, what do I need for a firewhacker? I need some stone. Lots of things take stone, so I'm just going to make sure I have enough stone. And let's get this going just in case we have to put out some fire. As long as there's something tall enough around, you can probably strike that first, including yourself. Let's just get home. All right, so there's a lightning strike has caused a fire over there. Those trees will... Whoa! Those trees will burn and they will spread. So, word of caution when you're building a base... Yeah, I'm going to get a little closer and what's safe, probably. When you're building a base, keep a fire line around that base. So keep the brush out of there, keep the trees out of there, because that will spread right down through the bushes and everything. It is doing damage, but this, of course, stuff we're going to repair. So I'm not too concerned about that yet. Well, that wall's gone pretty good, huh? It's a pretty nasty storm. It all looks much worse than it is, I'll tell you that much. You see these holes in the planks and everything like that, but it's really not as bad as it looks. You can see it's 760 out of 1,000 durability. And now that part of the storm is over. And thankfully nothing started on fire. Okay, I went through, repaired the house, went to sleep. Now, let's see what's going on up here. First of all, let's get some water. You can just scroll over to your hotbar and left click to use. And then I'm going to come in here and just going to eat some basic jerky right now. I don't want to waste the buffs from the other foods right now. And jerky's just made with small, the regular basic jerky. We got tons of it. It's just made with small meat, so. All right. I've eaten, I've drank. We will fill up the water skin before we go back out. I'm going to go ahead and swap out air tanks. And let me see what we got in here. First of all, let's go ahead and put our iron ore in here so we can start making more, and the copper. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab out what we have in here. And we're going to come over here and see what we got. So I do want the Anvil bench. I want that so we can start making the stuff we just got through picking up, the tools and that. So I'm going to grab some more stone. And get that going. There's 40 of our ingots gone right now, but I mean, don't save them. This is the tool you need to turn those ingots into things anyway. You got that. Let's go ahead and deploy that. Oh, I always want to deploy them right from here. When you can't really do that, you just got to put it over here first, then you can deploy it. Sure, we'll put it right in this corner here. And now you see I can make an iron pickaxe. Ah, so much better. Put that here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and destroy this for its parts. Okay, other things we have in here, an iron knife. That's going to take some nails. Not many. Craft some nails, and that's good for a while. What else we need? We're going to need more iron ingots, and the same thing goes for an axe. We're going to need more iron ingots. So I don't use throwing knives. I never have, but hey, they're there if you want to give them a try. Let's come over here and grab some more iron. I'm going to go ahead and get this knife going. And swap that out with the bone knife. Get rid of that. And an axe. Now we're really starting to improve things here. Get rid of that. Now we're on the Iron Age. Got all these items ready to go, and we've still got iron coming out of here. And what we want to do is have enough iron. Is that enough? It might be. To pick up our... I should get the contact device, but the orbital exchange interface is going to allow me to send up those exotics that I grabbed. And that is going to be our next big game changer here. So I'm going to save up... Oh, actually, I just need rope. That I should be able to do, right? Yeah. We're going to make some rope. And while that's going, I'm going to go down here and get some more fiber. Just going to throw that in the crafting bench so we have it for other things. Actually going to throw a lot of this just into the crafting bench so I have it for other things. And with that, we now have the orbital exchange interface available. Let's go ahead and build it and go place it. And while we're at it, we're just going to go down here. We're going to grab our exotics right away because we're going to send those up to the station. Okay, find a place to place your orbital exchange interface. It's just got to be outside. It doesn't get destroyed. At least I've never seen one get destroyed. There we go. And then you're just going to request a capsule. You can hit request equipment, but until you've actually bought something to request, you won't be able to do anything. That doesn't do you any good. You will not have a bunch of mounts ready. Those are shared, by the way. Mounts are shared on the account. So even those mounts are from my other character. And it's not just mounts. The wolves are not mounts, obviously. They're just pets. But this stuff is available because it's on my other character. And this is also, or because it was sent up here by my other character. And the same as this. This is all, I don't consider this to be available to me on this playthrough. Because I'm playing a new character playthrough. So the only thing I'm gonna use in this game are the things that I buy with this character and his own money. So we're gonna request. And then we look around for the pod. There it is. Just a warning, there's nothing you can do about it, but every once in a while this pod is going to land way too close to your structure. I don't think they do damage coming down, but when they launch back up, they will do a little damage. You'll have to repair it. It doesn't usually do enough damage to like knock down a wall or anything. There's our exotics. Deliver to station. All right, so I've put it in my notes. 16 exotics. Now, we come in here and go to the workshop. And so it says 36 here because, like I said, it's shared between characters. What I'm considering is that I have 16 exotics on this character. the first thing I'm going to do once I've got those exotics is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to change them into Ren. And the reason I'm doing that is because you don't need exotics right away. You need the Ren to buy things. And that's going to give me 80 Ren. Now, what are you going to buy with your first Ren? That's up to you, but I would suggest any number of things from a good backpack, which the 80 would get me the research cost plus the crafting cost. So that would get me this better backpack. And this backpack is going to give me extra storage. Well, here you go. 6 extra inventory slots, movement speed, falling resistance, chance to avoid spraying, and then spraying duration, which is great when you're falling off cliffs. We've got different gadgets here. Now, to get to the canteen and oxygen tank, you got to go through the fire whacker first, which is, of course, at this point in time, going to be all of your Ren. Well, it'll leave you with 5 left, and you won't even be able to craft a fire whacker. But it does open you up to these 2 things, which then you can get fairly quickly after that. You could come in here and you could research the axe. You wouldn't be able to buy one yet. The same thing was going to go with the pickaxe, this first one here. But these are things you can start working towards. And this station gear is going to be nice just because the stats are great on it, and then you can also take this up if you want to start over in a different world, or if you want to run missions. Missions as in the regular missions, not the ones you do on the ground here. But I am going to pick up that backpack. So I'm going to count this as 75, which is going to be the cost of the backpack plus the crafting cost of the backpack. So research. And then if I needed another one later on with this character, I would only charge him 25, but I'm not going to need another one. So, I didn't already have one purchased. Okay, now it only cost me actually 25 here, but in my notes, I have it down that we have 5 Ren remaining. Now we come to the loadout, and we just drop that backpack in here, and we request it. Another pod's going to come down somewhere. Oh, of course, it's the problem with living on an island, is that the pods are almost always going to be on the mainland. Here it is. Our first station gear. This backpack can be taken back up and brought back down on different missions, or it can be sent up and brought down through these cargo pods. And there we go. I've gained another row, plus the movement speed and the other stuff having to do with jumping up and down and everything. And the other stuff having to do with falling off cliffs, which we try not to do, but eventually you get so good at it. If you were to build towards that direction, you could be so good at it, they could just pretty much just run right off the cliffs and be fine. So the next thing we want to aim for is this contact device, and that's going to allow us to run simple missions, well, and operations. So either one. How am I doing on the oxygen? I am fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. And we'll go fill up this water pretty soon. But now we have plenty in here to get us that contact device, and that's what we're going to do next. After we make more rope. I don't want to turn all of our fiber into rope at the moment, so. Okay, rope's finished. Here's the contact device. So let's go ahead and put that contact device down. Okay, let's do the go in here, and we can do simple quests. And I think this is what we're going to do here today. I've pretty much accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish with this episode, but let's go ahead and take a look at these simple quests and see if we don't got an easy one. Watchtower is awesome. In fact, early on like this, if you get a watchtower and it's in a decent location, you kind of want to consider moving your base toward this watchtower, because you're going to get a buff while you're under the watchtower. I'm hoping this one's just close enough to where I can get a buff, but probably will not be. The other thing this is going to give us is it's going to give us a beacon. So if the watchtower is not in a place you want to use, take the beacon and keep it. But it's a prototype beacon. It's a piece of crap. Just so you know. All right. So the first thing they're going to do is they're going to send down a pod way over there, which means my watchtower is not going to be close. So you can see on the map here, this is where my drop pod is. And this is where that the items for the mission. So it says collect the prototype portable beacon from the Synodi delivery pod. Synotai? Whatever. All right, here's the supply pod. And here is the prototype beacon. Now this thing's going to take off right away. Don't stand next to it. It's not going to do a ton of damage, but it will do damage. All right, build a tower and place the beacon at the marked location. Let's see what the marked location is here. Oh, it's right there. So I'm going to head towards that. There it is. So a quick note. The height that you need to make this tower is going to change depending on the difficulty of this quest. So if I'd taken the same quest, but it was marked as hard, this would be taller. And it'd be harder to do what it took to build a tower. Let's go ahead and use our new axe. Oh yeah, isn't that much better? Much quicker, right? And we're just going to start making a tower that we can climb up and place that beacon on top. The beacon has to be in that bubble there. So sometimes, depending on what you start with to build, it could end up in weird spots. So, do I have a shovel with me? I do. All right, so we're going to start off with a dirt foundation. So I've got a flat spot to work off of. Was that enough? It was. Okay. And I'm going to stick that right... These things can be kind of hard to figure out what you're looking at, but that should be right... Right there. That's better. And it's still not centered, but it's close enough. Now I can build off of this foundation and go straight up with it. There's a bunch of different ways to go about this, and personally, I think wood beams and half pieces are a good way to go about it. So I'm going to go ahead and grab... Oh, a ding wheel might take that many. It's hard to say. Let's go ahead and make some wood pillars. And while that's going, I'm going to get rid of this because we're not going to need any more dirt. And we're going to go get some more wood. Now, I don't think I'm going to build in this area. It's not close enough to water for me, which I prefer. Now, these iron tools are going to repair at that same anvil bench. So if you break something, you just need some iron. You do need iron to fix them, so don't run yourself out of iron. But you can go ahead and just repair these at that bench. But they last a lot longer, so you shouldn't have to do that nearly as often. Okay, let's see where we're at here. Oh, that was the dirt. I don't know, I picked the dang dirt back up again. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to put down... I didn't want that next to it, because I don't think you need to... You know what? Whatever. I'm not going to screw with it. We're going to put them all the way into the ground, because why not, right? Okay, so we've got... Get on there. Okay, we've got our first set of poles, and we can see how high we got to get. I won't be able to put them all up, I don't think, because I think it's going to have to go one more level past this. Oh, I can do it. Look at that. So, what do we need? Am I out? I need 3 more of those. And then I'm going to do half pieces to make staircases and platforms. So staircase, platform. I'm just going to go ahead and guess here instead of doing any kind of math. All right, so we're going to put up the remaining posts. And I'm going to deploy some of these here. So what I'm going to do with the half piece here is I'm going to hold R, and I'm going to do half staircases. So I'm going to do 1 and it's connected to that beam there. So that's what's going to get you to the top here. It's connected to the beam, so we're going to come up. I could just hit R, and I'm going to do a flat piece. And hit R one time to shift it. All right, so now I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing here. So, oh, I don't want to keep hitting the button again. It's all the same piece. Hit R. There we go. Another flat piece. And again, we'll have to hit R to push R. There's a difference between push R and hold R. So hold R for stairs. Hit R to rotate. You have to be a little careful walking around from here to there, that you don't walk off of here and break something. And it looks like one more level is going to do it. So, and am I out? I am out. Okay, let's do a couple more of these. And deploy. And I'm going to go up. Where is that ball? In it? I don't think I'm high enough, because I think this is, if I just put this beacon on the ground, I don't know that it'll be inside of where it needs to be. Of course, if I go all the way up, I might be above it too. That is a problem with these on a regular basis, is going too high. But I'm just gonna complete this the way I was doing it. So another staircase and get to the top here. And we're gonna do one of these. Now we're gonna see if this is, oh, it looks like I'm inside the bubble, so this should work. We're gonna deploy this. And you saw that flash means it's complete. Now, that's my reward that came down for the quest. We're going to check that in a minute. But what I want to show you is we now have the Watchtower buff. It's a 15% sleep quality and a 10% experience gained while in the presence of the Watchtower. Unfortunately, it's not a real long-range buff. I've experimented with trying to build these watchtowers in different spots and have never been able to get the watchtower buff to go, but I have been trying it with a regular beacon instead of this prototype beacon. So I'm almost wondering if I need a prototype beacon to make a watchtower work. I don't think that's it. I think the watchtower just is quest only, but I think I'm going to give that a try at some point. So I'm going to take this prototype beacon with me so that I can try building one of these back near the base. So now I got to collect my reward. And this is the fun part, because this is like a lottery with this game. I mean, some people don't like this. They don't think it's so fun that you don't know what your stuff is going to be, and it could be something crap. But for me, this is the fun part. It's like a lottery. What do we got here? Okay, first of all, some fish. Some of it's grilled already, some of it's not. Rhubarb, which the nice thing is I'll get some rhubarb. I'm also going to get rhubarb seeds. And that might be, in this, and it is in this case, a plant that's not available in the area. So that's kind of cool. And you can plant these as soon as you get farming going. And then the last thing we've got here is sustenance enhancing tonic, a bone shield, and rope. The tonic is kind of goofy. It's not one I would normally worry about. Obviously the fish is gone once you eat it. The most lasting thing here, I think, is these seeds in this rhubarb. I can start growing rhubarb and making some stuff. I believe you can actually dry rhubarb, so that might be kind of cool. So this is what we got. We got some rhubarb seeds, and pumpkin seeds. Back away from the pod. But that's it. This is how I build a tower. I know I've heard a lot of people talking about how do you build a tower tall enough. This is my technique. So do it as you please. It's easy to fall off of mine. Just, and here's a trick. If you're stealthed, you won't walk off the end of things. So you can actually stealth your way up this without having to worry about falling over. Okay, and now I thought I could just pick this up. Can I not pick this up? Okay, so in order to pick up the beacon off the top of this tower, I actually need to get rid of the tower. So this tower is eventually just going to rot away, and it's not in range of my house anyway. So what I want to do now is just to destroy the tower. Now, I know the fun way. Okay, you know what? Let's do it the fun way. Nobody ever said memories were cheap. So if you start a fire underneath a ramp shape, it'll start the ramp on fire. So we're gonna come in here, and it doesn't take much. I'm gonna throw just a couple of these in here, and we're gonna back off and watch the fun happen. There she goes. Like I mentioned earlier, bushes kind of catch on fire, so maybe it would have been a good idea to clear some of these bushes around the outside just so I didn't start the whole forest on fire, but, you know. And there goes a tree now. If you want charcoal, this is a fast way to get charcoal is by starting trees on fire. Once the fire goes out on the tree, it'll be one whack with the axe, and there you go, charcoal. I think it's one whack. Maybe it's just one whack with a good axe, but either way, easy charcoal. Oh, I see some stuff breaking apart. Fire's kind of getting out of hand over there. Oh, one pillar went down. So it's a lot of fire. A lot of fire. Quite a few trees on fire now. Now the whole thing's being held up by... Oh, did that do it? Is she coming down? There it goes. Now there should be a beacon in there somewhere. There it is. And there we go. One portable prototype beacon. These beacons are not as great as the... These beacons are not as good as the ones you can make later on, or even the ones that you get from a couple of different simple quests. They're just yeah, it's not one hit with the axe. There we go, charcoal, free charcoal. Just got to run around picking it up. Let's go home. That's enough damage done for one day. All right, guys. There's a storm coming in, and I think we're going to call it here. It's been fun. We definitely got those upgrades going. Things are really looking up, and we're starting to really move forward quickly. And that's what happens when you hit level 10, you get that workbench going. You can really start making some strides towards automating things and just making things making your life a lot simpler. Those quality of life upgrades. So with that, and with the storm rolling in, thanks all for watching. I really appreciate your support. Likes, subscribes, hit the notification bell if you want to know when the next video drops. And I hope you all have a great day. Benny out.